Georgia, the whole thing, just an old sweet song. Keeps Georgia on my mind. Sweet Georgia, Georgia, a song of you. From that sweet and real, it's moonlight through the pine. Said Georgia, oh Georgia, no peace, just an old sweet song. Georgia, reach out to me. Smile tenderly. In peaceful dreams I see. Roll these back to you. Oh, Georgia, no peace, no peace out. Just an old sweet song. Georgia on my mind.
There's a place in your heart, and I know that it's done. There's a place much brighter than tomorrow. You try to find there's something fine, but there's no hurt or sorrow. There are making mistakes. Strong, it can with joyful giving. Yeah. It's the thing and there's something.
I'll go to jail. You will never go to jail. You will never go to jail. Oba.
Run off whatever that issue is.
But you don't my family. You're trying to destroy your whole guarded family.
Hello, good evening. Please, what's happening now?
That can happen to a man in his life is to miss the season that his generation is being visited.
All right. Good evening, everyone. I don't know if I can be heard. If I can be heard, please, I will appreciate we get to let me know on the chat box. Please, can I be heard?
Yeah, but please, we don't know your name.
No, okay, yes. Thank you very much. My name is Pharmacist Samuel Greg. Yes, the team lead Health Amiable. I and my team, we actually collaborating with Psn Ypg to bring this to fruition. And we actually invited all participants, all candidates, including the electoral committee. Electoral committee was as well invited and carried along in the process of all these events. And we thank God for today. We'll begin with the opening prayer, which is supposed to be the national anthem. Sorry, can I be heard very well? Because somebody just told me that my voice is not audible.
You're audible from my end. I don't know if
All
it's
right, thank you very much. All right, so we begin with the national anthem. So I will take the lead of, pardon me, I don't really know the word is that much, so I will have to find a way to read it out. Okay. Sorry. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. The national anthem, Nigeria, we hail thee, our own dear native land. Though tribe and tongue may differ, in brotherhood we stand. Nigerians all, I'm proud to serve our sovereign motherland. Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign, in peace or battle honored, and this we count as gain. To hand on to our children a banner without stain. O God of creation, grant this our one request. Help us to build a nation where no man is oppressed, and so with peace and plenty, Nigeria may be blessed. Amen. All right, just to confirm if I'm being heard, am I being heard properly? Hello?
We can hear you. She had slept with her pastor at home and blocked the womb of the wife.
All right, okay, thank you very much. Before I proceed, I will hand over the podium to the Vice Chairman of Psn Ypg, that's Pharmacist Moma Hassan, for the welcome address. Pharmacist Moma Hassan, you have the floor.
All right. Good afternoon, everyone. I welcome us all to this virtual debate session. I believe we're all doing all right, and I believe we're preparing for a good number of us are preparing for the conference. It's our prayer and our earnest desire that we all will meet at the conference venue safe and sound. Due to the prevailing circumstances and the need for this debate arose because there were uncertainties around having a physical debate during the conference. So that is why we decided to hold this virtual debate. And this debate is in no way undermining the powers of the LECO. This debate is not, as I said, undermining their power. It's strictly organized by the Central Executive Council. We saw the need for this, and we believe it's going to be good for us to have it here, since we might not have the time, the space, and the resources to conduct one during the conference. So the electoral committee still holds and maintains every power constitutionally granted to them. This event is not in any way absorbing any of their powers. They still have the right to do what they can do. So I welcome everyone to this debate. The LECO will still continue doing their work, and peradventure, if from if this debate is not sufficient and there is still a need for a physical debate and we are able to organize and the logistics around it, if possible, we can still hold it. So thank you everyone for coming here. I believe we would all have a wonderful session. Thank you all.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much. Sorry, I was logged out a bit. Okay, I think I was initially sharing my screen, but all right, just to before I proceed, before now we actually had a form was for a form was circulated for YPs to be able to fill in areas of uh perspective on their areas on key areas of improvement and all, and it was going to be from those from the response gotten from that form that the candidates were going to be asked to were going to be asked to debate upon. So the questions were not going to in any way come from we the organizers, either the central executive member or we the third party partners. So it's actually going to be a very transparent process. And then I believe everyone can see my screen. And then you could see from just a summary of the results, 90% of the respondents agree that internship placement is an issue. 76.7% agree that poor remuneration was an issue. 70% agree that mentorship gap was also an issue. Then 66.7% agree that lack of access to business grants and capital, and also poor knowledge of the practice guidelines were also an issue. So these were the top 5 issues that actually were recorded, and the candidate were supposed to actually hit on this. They were actually this was mailed to them as well. So it's not this wouldn't be the first time that they are seeing it, because the result of the poll was actually sent to them. I don't know, is any of the candidates on the call right now? If there's anyone, please indicate.
No.
Okay, no one yet. Okay, all right. Okay, if there's no one yet, okay, I wouldn't know why, but they were duly informed. The ELECO was obviously duly informed. Any ELECO member that says that he or she was not informed will actually be telling lies, because there are receipts to show that they were duly informed. I wouldn't want to speak from the from the angle of a young pharmacist, but then I might have to speak from the angle of the young pharmacist, because I'm a young pharmacist as well. And this was supposed to be where the questions were supposed to come from. And then the candidates were also mailed the guideline on how it's going to be done. The electoral committee were also mailed the guideline on how it's going to be done. The structure was mailed to the electoral committees as well. So it's not something that is new to all of them. So we didn't plan to come and okay, we didn't plan to come and put someone on his stone without like as though the person is writing an exam. It's not an exam. So the purpose of the debate was actually to encourage to get proper engagement with the candidate, because the CEC found it worthy that it is good, it will be good that there's proper engagement with the candidate, because oftentimes during the course of manifestos, we don't get time to be able to speak with the aspirant, to understand properly how and what they want to do or how they want to address the issues bordering YPs. It has actually never been done before, and it has actually never been done before. This will be the first time. And if you notice the way it was actually organized, you realize YPs were asked to fill in the forms on key areas of improvement. The questions were not just brought up on the blue. The questions were going to come from YPs. So it is expected that anybody who feels the need to lead the organization should be ready and willing to say yes, he or she wants to answer the questions of YP. Now, the vice chairman spoke about not undermining the position of the ELECO. As a YP, it is he is very, very correct that this does not undermine the position of the electoral committee. And the electoral committee never placed anything with respect to this current event. The electoral committee never placed anything with respect to the event bordering that CEC is organizing. What the electoral committee spoke about was debate by some individuals and not the central executive committee. But nonetheless, it is very pertinent that we encourage the habit of debates in our association, because it is through debates you get to see why you should pick a candidate, what a candidate is looking forward to, how a candidate is able to represent you. You get to know whether that candidate is going to be able to talk to you, whether that candidate is someone that you can actually engage properly, and also get to understand the thought process of that candidate. That is actually the essence for debate, and that's why the CEC saw it that it is very keen and important that this happened. They obviously saw that time wasn't on their part, and they might not be able to handle it, and they realized that okay, it is good to partner, and that is why there's a partnership. But unfortunately, I don't think I can see any of the candidates, and obviously we are not going to. I'm not contesting for any position. Nobody among my team is contesting for any position, so we are not going to debate. I don't think there's any other candidates here. So at this juncture, I think since the candidates are not here, I will have to give it up to the vice chairman to carry on and give us the way forward. At least we have data already on the key issues bordering the members of Psn Ypg. Data has been collected on that. And then I believe, regardless, the executive could actually make do with this data and then do something with it. So, Mr. Vice Chairman, Pharmacist Momar Hassan, if you can hear me, you might, you have the floor to tell us the way forward, because this is 30 minutes past 4:30 p.m. 33 minutes past 4:30 p.m., which was the slated time for the debate. I think 30 minutes is enough for anyone who wishes to be available for the debate. to come. And it's to also state that debates are usually not compulsory. That's reality. So, Vice Chairman, please, you have the floor.
All right, thank you. So, well, even if the debate doesn't hold, we have a document we can work with. We were able to at least collect data and see what constitutes the majority of the problem of young pharmacists. So this is still going to be a working document, and it's still something we would work with and hand over to the next administration. And as the team lead said, debates are not compulsory. Attending or not attending them doesn't invalidate anyone's candidacy. It's something that is of free will, and I think something that can help to boost somebody's confidence for a candidate. So it's purely optional. All right. I think it would be good we take one or two comments with regards the data that is being projected, so that even before, probably if they come or if they don't, we can still make this meeting productive by talking about one or two ways forward that we can implement some of these things. They are still going to have access to this, and it will be ways where they would at the end of the day, you might say or give contributions here that would help the next Psn Ypg chairman in finding solutions to some of these problems, as nobody knows it all. So we believe there might be one or two significant comments that can be made around this subject. We have seen what the major problems are from this data that was collected. So I think it will be good if we make comments and prefer solutions to some of this as best as we could. Thank you. So team lead, please, you can go ahead.
Okay, sorry, I was muted. I didn't know. Okay. Is any, I think, Chairman, you said any comment on comment with respect to the data collected, if there's any, it's actually still displayed. I don't know if my screen is still being shown on your own. If you can still see my screen, so you could see, this is just a summary of the data. although not properly visualized, but you can see the 5 issues bordering YPs. Okay, so I think that there's no comment on it so far. I don't think there's any comment on it so far. All right. Okay, from from everyone on the call, there's no comment on it so far. So it's now left for the executive to be able to work with the data, possibly pass it down to the next administration. I think that's just what we have to do. So, Vice Chair, please just remind me so that I could give you the proper visualization of the data that was collected. So your team could know how to package it and prepare it properly for the next, for either the candidates, wherever you might see the candidate, or for the next executive that will be coming on board. All right, to this effect, I think my own job here is done. And we behind, and just to state, I and my team are doing the pro bono to Psn Ypg. Pro bono to Psn Ypg. So there's nothing coming in for us. So it is a pro bono arrangement. And then we are doing it because of the request and the need for it to be done. Thank you very much. I think my part here is done. So Vice Chair, if you will have any closing statement for the people, we are here to hear from you.
The same way I'm leaving this place empty-handed is the same way you will leave.
Pharmacist Femi Lazarus. I never knew we had the pharmacist Femi Lazarus. All right, pharmacist Muhammad Hassan, I think I'm done with my part because I can't see any hands up. So
Okay,
that
yeah, nothing from my end too.
so that we all can actually go back to whatever we are doing, since the
Okay.
candidates are not here and they're not available. Yes, so we can go
Oh,
ahead
well, that's
to
fine.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah, that's okay. I think we can end the meeting.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much once more to everyone who turned out in anticipation for the candidates. You and your opinions. Thank you very much for making it. We'll stop sharing my screen now so that the host takes over. Do have a wonderful evening.